Morning children, so we were discussing the population interaction. That means it is the interaction of two plant to the microorganism or plant to the animal or animal to the animal, and that way there are various types of interactions, that is mutualism, competition, predation, parasitism, commensalism and amensalism, and these are what kind of interaction these are. So this we have already discussed in the previous video, only the definition part, but now we are taking up in detail. The first interactions which we are taking up in detail is predation. So predation is, first of all, the questions which can ask on this topic is, what is the role of predator in the environment? We are here discussing the role of the predation. This is the first question. So I am here giving you the first point of this question, that what is the role of predator in the environment. So there is a relation of predator and prey. So how can we define the process of predation or mechanism of predation? That predation as a nature's way, you are to learn it as it is, that predation as a nature's way of transferring to higher trophic level the energy fixed by plants. It means what? In these two upper lines it is written that if the food prepared by the plant is not being used by any other organism, then what will happen? It means what? The food which is being prepared by the plants, by the process of photosynthesis, the energy which is stored in the food always transfer to the higher trophic level by the mechanism of predation. Again I am repeating that predation is a nature's way of transferring energy to the higher trophic level, and that energy which is fixed by the plants. Now if we are talking about the predation, the first example which comes to our mind is the tiger and its prey. So predator and prey, most probably the tiger and deer, that is tiger is a predator and deer is a prey. So this is the most common example. But if we will see that if the sparrow is eating the seed, so this will also be considered as predator and prey relationship. This sparrow will be considered as predator and seeds are considered here as a prey. Similarly, if the animals, those who are eating the plants and which are categorized as herbivores, so here also these herbivores are considered as predator and plants will be considered as prey. So not only the tiger and deer relationship is a predator-prey relationship, but there are various examples of predator and prey relationships are there. So this is the definition also and first role also of the predators in the environment, first role, and these are the example of predator and prey relationship. Now we are here coming the role 2 of the predator. So role 2 of the predator is that they act as a conducts for energy. So here it is written that predator play other important role. They keep the conduct of energy is the first point, but the second point, second role which is coming here is that they keep the prey population, predator keep the prey population under control. Okay. Predator prey species, if the predator would have not been there in the environment, so that the prey population will increase and its density will increase very high and it will cause the ecosystem instability. That means the predator, again I am repeating, the predators controls the prey population or keeps the prey population under control, otherwise prey population density will increase and it will lead to the ecosystem instability. So here are the two examples how can predator can keep the prey population under control. So here they are giving one example that exotic species. Suppose a exotic species is introduced into the geographical area and it has become invasive, that means पूरे में फैल गया, and spreadive and invaded land does not have its natural predator. जहाँ पर वो species आई है उसके ऊपर फीड करने वाला कोई predator नहीं है, तो that species will spread to all over the area if predator would have not been there. So the same has happened actually. The pear cactus once introduced into the Australia in 1920s, in early 90s, so it has created havoc. Havoc का मतलब destruction, nash, by spreading rapidly into the millions of hectares of the rangeland. It has spreaded to the millions of hectares. But how now it will come under control? It was been thought by the various environmentalists so that they have controlled it biologically. This is one of the method of biological control of pear cactus. They have introduced their predator moths into that environment, and from it into its natural habitat they are being shifted to that range area where this havoc was being created by the pear cactus. So the invasive cactus was brought under control only after the cactus feeding predator, the moth from the natural habitat, was introduced into the country. So this is one of the biological control method, and which is an example of control by the predator moth to the prey, that is pear cactus. So this is one example of biological control. This is method one of controlling the prey population by the predator, and it is a biological control method. Third role of the predator. Third role of the predator is that it reduces the competition amongst the prey species. As it is been written earlier that if predator would have not been there, then prey species population density will increase too much, and if various species population density has increased, so competition among themselves will also increase. Competition among competing prey species will increase, and if predators are not there, so that to reduce that competition in the rocky intertidal communities, here an example is given that in the rocky intertidal communities of American Pacific coast, the starfish Pisaster is an important predator. In the field experiment, when these fishes were removed from this intertidal area, then the invertebrate become extinct within a year because no predator was there. This Pisaster was the predator of various invertebrates. When in experiment Pisasters has removed from that area, so the population of invertebrate has increased and competition among themselves was also increased because of interspecific competition. Okay, so they were also get destructed from that area, they will also get extinct from that area because of their interspecific competition. That means to maintain the ecological stability, the predator and prey, both of them are important. So this is the third role of the predator, that it reduces the competition among the various species. So now in this paragraph, there are the three roles of the predators were there, which we have already discussed. Now we are here coming to the next point. Next point is that what question on this paragraph, what question can be framed, that what all mechanisms are developed by the prey for protecting themselves from the predator. How can prey protect themselves from the predator? So predator are very efficient, and actually here one word is written that they are very prudent. Prudent means they are intelligent enough. They are intelligent enough to see that how prey is protecting itself from the predator. So first example what of the mechanism developed by the prey to protect themselves from the predator. The first example is camouflaged. Camouflaged by the various insects, species of various insects, and by the frogs is one of the example or one of the mechanism by which they can hide themselves into the environment and can protect themselves from the predator. Though this is the first mechanism. Second mechanism is some are poisonous. Some of the prey are poisonous and therefore they are being avoided by the predators. So here example of monarch butterfly is given, that monarch butterfly is a very distasteful butterfly, so that the predator do not eat them or birds do not eat them. Their predators are bird. So how do they become very distasteful? Because of the special chemical present in the monarch butterfly body, because these butterfly actually in the caterpillar stage feeded on the poisonous weed, so that the whole butterfly has become distasteful, so that because of its distasteful nature the birds do not eat them, and that way butterfly are protected from their predator. So this was the second example. Third example of this, that first of all the introduction is there, that most of the, that is 25% of the insects are phytophagous. That means they eat plants, they feed on various plants. So what all adaptations or mechanism are developed by the various plants to protect themselves from the insect. Number one, the morphological mechanism or adaptation, and second is chemical defenses. So morphological adaptations to protect themselves from predator are there in the example of acacia and cactus, that they develop various types of thorns and spines so that they can protect themselves from the predator. Similarly, chemicals are also there. For the chemical, here there is an example of the Calotropis, that Calotropis actually possess a poisonous cardiac glycosides, so that many of its predator like goat avoid feeding on this poisonous Calotropis. So that way there are this example of possessing the poisonous glycoside is an example of physiological adaptation, and this possessing the spines is an example of morphological mechanism. So there are 3, 4, 5, 6 mechanism. Third one is here that they can be the phytophagous insects are there. For them they are having morphological and chemical defense mechanism. Morphological is spine, physiological is chemical, and sixth point is this, that many of the chemical like nicotine, caffeine, quinine, styrokine, opium, all of these are produced as by the various plants, and they are actually being produced by various plants to protect themselves from grazers and browsers. They can be useful for human beings, we may use them for medicine purposes, but actually the plant are producing these, or they are possessing these chemical to protect themselves from grazers and browsers. So this is all about the process mechanism of prey and predation. Thank you.